here. So I can place whatever tags I want here, or whatever tags I want, I can place it here. So if I put h1 tag here, I can see the h1 size in a larger way. Okay, so if I want to change the color, or if I want to change the font style, say for an example, font color equal to blue, and I need to close the tag slash font, and if I will stop and rerun here, it will change it to blue color. It will change it to blue color where you can have any content. So so the point here to be noted is any HTML tag can be used within the return statement, but this is not advised. This is not a good programmer need to do. So so if you want to add more contents, you cannot keep on adding content, adding lines in return statement. So rather than writing all the content in return statement, what we can do, we can write one more separate HTML file, and we can call the HTML file in this particular function. That will be a good programming technique rather than writing all the HTML tags in one single line. Okay, so just for an example, I have shown h1 tag and form tag. So this is the basic hello world code, and this is the basic home page. So for an example, what I need to create the second page, the web pages of the web application. So what I need to do, I will create one more function. I'll create one more function, klu dot root of colon slash link 1 def represents keyword, and here function 1 return this is from second web page. So if you see here, so I have created one more web page. I created one more web page where it says this is second web page. Where this is saying this is from second web page. So I have written it. So now how do I see this output? So if I stop and rerun again, I'm just stopping it and rerun again. If I see, I'm just getting the hello world. How to navigate to the second page? You need to type whatever here, whatever in the root it is given, you need to type here. Again, what is root? What is routing is, again, when you have multiple pages, you need to navigate between multiple pages, and the routing will be helpful when you need multiple URLs. Use root declarator to bind the function to a URL, and users are morely like to pages to come back from the pages uses a meaningful statement. So here here the point to be noted is, after the slash, if you give only slash, it is home page, and after the slash, whatever it is given, it is home page. Again, here the constraint is after slash you cannot use the same content one or more than once, and you cannot use same function name, you cannot use same function name multiple times. Everything should be unique. I cannot write one more time saying it as link1. I cannot write one more time, say for an example, if I copy this line and paste as it is, paste as it is. Now if I run, I am getting an error. I cannot have, this is the constraint, this point need to be remembered. I cannot have link1 multiple times, I cannot have function1 multiple times. But again, the link1 and the function1 is user defined. It can be anything. You can give any ABCD, XYZ, whatever can be given, but it should not be repeating. It should not be repeating. If I repeat, I'll get an error message saying it as assertion error. The type is assertion error where in the function1. And the function1 we have an assertion error. We have various different types of errors. So this type of error is called assertion error. So to avoid this particular error, what we need to do? We need to change this particular root. What I can replace, say for an example, I will replace it with link2 and I will replace it with function2. Now if I run, I will not be getting any error. Now it is running and I am getting the IP address. So whenever you run a code, you will get this IP address. If you got this IP address, means your program is not having any syntax error. If you got this IP address, means you are not having any syntax error. But that does not mean that your web application will work perfectly in all the situations. There are various types of errors like 404 error and other errors also. So for an example, if I have written this and I have not given any return statement, I have just given as a equal to 10. Here in function 2, I have just given a equal to 10. Now if I run it, I will run the program. By syntax wise, it is not wrong. By syntax wise, it is not wrong. Even the output for the first web page, I will get the output, and for the second web page, what I will do, 5000 slash link1. What is link1? It will print this particular line. Where I will just put enter and I am getting the data. What happens if I put link2 here? You can able to see here, it is generating an error. Saying it as internal server error. So why this error came? And in the console also, it will be saying it as type error. The previous error was assertion error, now it is type error. So what is the problem here? The problem exists in function 2. So what I have, what is the problem in function 2? Function 2 does not have any return statement. The function 2 does not have any return statement. I have just given a equal to 10. As syntax wise, it is okay. It is not a problem. It will run. But logically, when it comes to the running part, it will not get error. Okay. So this is a part of having single and multiple pages. So I have created. So this is my web application where I have one home page and two web pages. Out of two, one is working, one is not working because of type error. Coming back to the PPT. So this is routing. Okay. Next one, we have a function called render template. In Flask. The use of render template, it is a predefined function which is used to call the HTML file from Flask framework. Okay. So initially, rather than giving all the h1 tag, font tag in the single return statement.